Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurum-litam yena tasmai Shri-Gurave Namaha. Gurave Gauri-chandraya Radhikaye Stadalaye Krishnaya Krishna-bhaktaya.
Can you get me a water, please, in a cup? There should be from their side. And there is the drink water tap there.
Subhadra madhyasta sakala sura seva vasarada Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatume Shri Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatume. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namade Gaurishve Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopikanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radha Vrindavameshwari Vrishabhana Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye. Narayanam Namaskritam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiri Yam Pravajantam Anupeta Peta Krityam Dvaipana Virata Katurajuvaha Putreti Tanvaite Atarvo Vinedusa Sarvamutta Hidayam.
It's okay, it doesn't matter.
Aho bhagyam sandho prajapisam yamvetru paramanandam purna brahm sanatanam. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gauri. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. First of all, I offer my obeisances on the lotus feet of Srila Gurudev. In the lotus feet of all the Guru Parampara, my unlimited obeisances. In the lotus feet of Radha Madhav with all the associates.
श्री भागवत जी और भागवत जी के समस्त जितने भी पात्र हैं
and all the personalities in the Bhagavat and Bhagavat Ji and also all of you who have taken out your precious time and have come here. I welcome you from my heart and offer my obeisances to all of you assembled here. Today is the third day of Bhagavat Ji. We are entering into the third day of Bhagavat Ji. Yesterday or tomorrow there will be Krishna's birth pastime.
कृष्ण जन्म कथा को दशम स्कंद में वर्णन किया है.
Krishna's birth pastime is described in the 10th canto. Yesterday we were hearing about the life pastimes of Parikshit Maharaj, and now we are jumping very big jump. We don't know what will happen if we fall down. We have to jump from bottom to the top. So understand what kind of the situation is this. Yesterday we heard about Parikshit Maharaj pastimes, and we heard about Shukdev Goswami, that he is always absorbed in the Nirgun Brahm. When he heard the pastimes of Krishna's pastimes, and he got so attracted, and he is describing the pastimes of the Bhagavat Ji, the Katha of Bhagavat Ji. In the second canto,
श्री कृष्ण ने ही ब्रह्मा जी को
In the second canto, Shri Krishna
चतुश्लोकी भागवत
told Chaturshloki, the 4 Shloki Bhagavat to Brahma ji.
श्लोकों में थी
In the beginning, Srimad Bhagavat was in the 4 shlokas which Krishna had given to the Brahma ji, this knowledge.
परम गुह्यम में यद विज्ञान समन्वितम, ज्ञान ब्रह्मा जी को ना मात्र ज्ञान दिया,
He gave this knowledge to Brahma ji,
विज्ञान भी दिया,
but not just the knowledge. He gave the confidential knowledge, or he actually gave the science, the Vigyan.
फिर
And then,
देवहूति कपिल संवाद,
and after that comes the conversation between Devahuti and Kapil. There was one of the incarnation of Lord Kapil Dev.
अपनी माता देवहूति को
He told his mother Devahuti lot of instructions.
माता कहने लगी,
Devahuti Mata started saying, "Oh son,
इंद्रिय तृप्ति करते करते
I am tired of doing sense gratification.
उत्तम उपाय क्या है?"
What is the best solution for me?"
अपनी माता देवहूति को जिज्ञासु जानते हुए
Knowing his mother very curious, Kapil Bhagwan, he gave
सांख्य योग की शिक्षा
the shiksha, the education of Sankhya Yoga,
कैसे प्राप्त हो,
and how to obtain the Sankhya Yoga. He told also about it.
भवन्ति हितकर्ण रसायन पर, बोलते मेरे साधुओं के निकट
It is
जाओ,
said, he said, "Go near my sadhus and stay next to them and listen to satsang
सत्संग करो, उनके निकट
and do the association of devotees. Listen to the katha,
कान और हृदय
that's pastimes, that stories which are nectarian for the heart and the soul
प्रकार ये तृतीय स्कंध
and the ears."
चतुस्कंध में
And like this, in the 4th canto,
जो वन में चले गए, कौन?
Dhruva Maharaj, who went into the forest,
राजा उत्तानपाद के
he was the son of King Uttanpad.
सुपुत्र श्री ध्रुव महाराज 5 वर्ष की आयु में वन
In the
में
age of 5, he went to the forest, and there,
महीने में ही
and in 6 months only,
हम तो चातुर्मास्य का पालन कर रहे हैं।
we are following the Chaturmas.
कितने साल से चातुर्मास्य
How,
पालन कर
for
रहे
how many years we have passed Chaturmas, but Dhruva Maharaj only in 6 months
हैं? भगवान के दर्शन प्राप्त,
he got the darshan of Bhagwan.
अनोखा सुंदर दर्शन प्राप्त।
He got the very beautiful darshan of Bhagwan.
ध्रुव महाराज के हृदय में उमड़ गया और ध्रुव जी हाथ
All the knowledge poured itself
भगवान को
into Dhruva Maharaj's heart, and then Dhruva Maharaj was glorifying Lord with his mouth,
को अपने भक्तों का संग
and he is glorifying and he asking, "Please give me the association of your devotees. By living next to them, I can hear your pastime, the katha, every day."
पंचम स्कंध में भूगोल का वर्णन हुआ,
In the 5th canto, then there is a association about the like a geography.
5वां स्कंध पढ़ लो,
If you read the 5th canto,
वहाँ पर डिस्क्राइब है,
there's so much of geography is described that you will be amazed. Why?
जिसको हम पूरी पृथ्वी कहते हैं, पूरी पृथ्वी है ही नहीं।
What we call actually the whole earth is actually not earth.
हम कहते हैं पूरी पृथ्वी है,
We say this earth, what we consider the earth, is actually not complete earth.
7 समुद्रों से घिरी हुई,
Actually the earth is covered by the 7 oceans.
जल का नहीं,
They are not just the ocean of the salty water, but they are ocean of milk. They are ocean of alcohol. There is the ocean of the ocean of the cane sugar
समुद्र
juice, and then the ocean of ghee. So like that, there are 7 different type of oceans with which the earth is covered, and then there are 7 continents in this Prithvi or the earth, and where we live is just one island.
एक ही आइलैंड है, जैसे फीजी बोलते हैं ना,
Just like we say Fiji island is only one island,
पूरा अर्थ देखते हैं,
like what we see as the whole earth is actually one island. It's called Jambu Dvipa.
ऐसे और 6 हमारा
Like this, there are 6 more islands bigger than this, but where they are, we don't know.
पंचम स्कंध में
It is all described in the 5th canto. Then in the 6th canto,
ना तो है सबको।
we have to touch all the cantos, so we will go very quickly.
लोग हरिद्वार जाते हैं,
People go to this pilgrim place, Haridwar. They go to Ganga Ji, Yamuna Ji. Why they go to pilgrim places? Why?
वहाँ पर गंगा जी में स्नान करके
To take bath in Ganga Ji,
अपने पापों को,
so that they can wash their sins in Ganga.
लेकिन
But
फिर ब्रिस्बेन वापस आ गए,
then when we come back to Brisbane,
एक अच्छी सी फ्लाइट ली,
we take a nice flight from Brisbane to Kuala Lumpur to Delhi, Delhi to Haridwar. We took a dip in the Gangaji, washed our sins, and then we got a flight back to Brisbane and we started doing the sins again. Because when we went to Gangaji, all our sins got washed, but the instinct or the seed to do the sins hasn't gone. Example has been given. For example, the bath by the elephant. Elephant goes into the river with his snout and this trunk. He puts the water on his body, and again when he comes out, puts the dirt on himself again. So like this, we go in the pilgrim places, we do the atonement, and we come back and do the sins again. So to going in the pilgrim places, this tendency or the seed to do these sins doesn't go away. Therefore, Shukdev Goswami is saying, just like when the sun is rising, he doesn't have to tell to the darkness to go away. All the elephants and the robbers, he doesn't have to tell them to go away. They go themselves. He doesn't have to tell to the mist to go away. It just gets resolved itself. Similarly, when the devotion or the bhakti, which kind of bhakti rises? When the pure bhakti rises, it doesn't have to be said. All the sins go themselves away. Rather, the tendency to do the sins, the seed also is finished. That means there is no liking to do the sins. And to explain that, given the example of Ajamil. Ajamil had 10 children, and he kept nice names for his children, the 10 children, like rubbish names, like Tinku, Pinku, Chinku. So there is no advantage of no benefit by keeping your children's names like this Chintu, Pintu. So therefore, in the last child's name, he named as Narayan. And when the last time came for him to, all the Yamdutas came to get him, when he saw the Yamdutas, and then he saw his 10th child little child playing there. And then he called his child with so much of separation or the adra and helplessness, he called his son Narayan. In the Narayan there are 4 alphabets, Narayana, and then because of that 4 Vishnu Dutas come and they kicked these Yamdutas away. And then after that Ajamil went to the Haridwar and then finally went to the Vaikuntha. So this is also completed. In the 7th canto, there are 2 kinds of desires. There are good and the bad. So here is pastime of Hiranyakashipu and the Prahlad. Hiranyakashipu asked this question, what have you learned, the biggest art and skill? And that Hiranyakashipu, who had done this, who everyone was scared everywhere, in all the directions, even the oceans, all the demigods, even all the planets, they were all scared of Hiranyakashipu. Nobody would come near Hiranyakashipu, but Prahlad used to sit in his father's lap and giving him the upadesh, the instructions. He's giving these instructions. Although his father is a demon, he's giving instructions to his father how to do the bhakti devotion by listening, shravan, by kirtan, by glorification, by service, and finally surrendering ourselves to the lotus feet of the Lord. So like this, Prahlad also gave these teachings to his friends. And then finally, Hiranyakashipu was killed by Narsingadev. So we have finished the 7th canto. In the 8th canto, the story of a elephant is sinking or in the drowning in the water is not an ordinary elephant. It is a Gajendra, the king of the elephants, is drowning in the water. And while he is drowning, Gajendra said very one nice statement. He called for his protection by listening to the cry of Gajendra. Brahmaji thought, I will go and save him from this crocodile. But then when Brahmaji returned because of listening to his prayers. But then by listening to the Gajendra's prayer, even Shivji returned back. Nobody came. Then finally Lord came in front. And he protected Gajendra from the crocodile. This crocodile who was pulling the elephant, and he killed the elephant with killed the crocodile with the chakra. And then that time, crocodile asked the Lord, I want to ask you one question before you kill me. Whom do you give your mercy first? Whether you give the mercy to the Lord, to your devotees first, or the one of the devotee of your Lord? Lord said, I do mercy on those who hold the feet of my devotees. So then the crocodile said, I am holding the feet of your devotee. Then why are you killing me? So this is a way to hold the feet of your devotees. So this is how you are holding his feet. So similarly, you get the mercy. So then he killed the crocodile. This Gajendra was actually Raja Indradyumna in past lifetime. So this is a pastime of Gajendra Moksha. Whoever hears this pastime of Gajendra Moksha, they don't get bad dreams. This is Shukdev Goswami gave these blessings in the end of this canto. And finally we come to 9th canto. So we won't be at fault because I have told you all the cantos. So cantos are like the branches of tree. So we have to reach on the topmost branch of the destination of our tree. So like that we are jumping from one branch to the other branch, and gradually like a monkey we are jumping from the lowest branch to the highest branch. Now we have reached the 9th branch or the 9th canto. Now we should, time starts from here. Now we will hear these pastimes from the 9th canto in details. Up till now it was fast track, but now he will go slowly. Bhagwan's any object is called Tadiye Vastu. For example, the water of the Ganga flowing from the feet of the Krishna is the Tadiye Vastu. Bhagavad Ji is Krishna's Swarup itself. And devotees of Krishna, they are all Tadiye Vastu, like belongings of Krishna. In the lotus feet of the Lord, Tulsi which is offered into the lotus feet of the Lord, it is equally respectable just like Bhagavan. If the flower is blossoming outside, has not much value. But if it is offered to the Lord, then it is very valuable. A flower fell down outside and you stamped on it. Doesn't matter. But if a flower is offered here, offered to the Thakurji, and if you stomp on it, then you are done. It's offense. And this was a flower, the same flower, which was 2 minutes before it was outside, and now it is touched to what? Touched to the Lord. It became Bhagwan's belonging, Bhagwan's object, Tadiye Vastu. Just to explain that, there is a very beautiful example in the Bhagavad Ji. Durvasa Ji, the Prashadi Mala, like a garland which is offered to the Lord. Durvasa Ji took a garland, offered garland, and offered it to Indra. Indra was sitting on his elephant. It is said one who gets the control, he gets really attached to the objects. Now Indra was insecure about his throne. So that is a big problem. The king of the demigods, Indra, is very attached to his throne. The position of Indra. How? Whoever does 100 Ashwamedha Yagyas, he can get the position of Indra. But wherever anyone has done 99 Ashwamedha Yagyas, Indra comes and he steals the horse, because he is insecure that my throne will go away if somebody else do this yagya, and then they will be carrying the position. So like this now here, the Indra was going on his elephant Airavat, and this Durvasa ji thought, he felt like giving this offered garland to Indra, but Indra did not pay respect to the offering mala, and then the Indra kept the mala on the garland on his elephant's head, and the elephant moved his head and the garland fell down on the ground. So whose offense was it? Was it an offense of? It wasn't the offense of the elephant, but it was the offense of his master, who is Indra. So therefore it was the offense of Indra, not the elephant. And now Durvasa cursed Indra that you have disrespected, a big disrespect for Lord's garland. Then you should lose all of your wealth. You are very proud of all your wealth, but you have done offense in the lotus feet. Then you will be losing all of your wealth. And he was cursed like this. And now this was known to the opposite party of the demigods, and they were very opportunistic. Opposite party means demons. Demons came to know about this, that Indra has been cursed from Durvasa ji. So what is the meaning of a curse? That means his power will be reduced, his intelligence will be reduced. So then they thought this is the best opportunity to attack on them. This is like our intelligence. When our intelligence is illusioned, if we do offense in the feet of the Vaishnavas, if we do the offense in the feet of the Vaishnavas, our intelligence also gets bewildered. How will we know that? Offenses comes in abundance. Then somebody do one offense, and then all the offenses come after that, like in a wholesale. Just like mercy also we get in abundance. Similarly, aparadhas also have start happening in abundance. By doing the offense in the lotus feet of the devotees, then all of the offenses all together they attack him. On the devotees also, if somebody do the offense in the lotus feet of the Guru, then we don't know what will happen to him, because it is said in the scriptures. If Krishna or Lord is angry with us, there is no need to worry that much, because Guruji can look after it, can take care of it. But if Guruji is angry, then don't expect that Bhagwan will save you. There, the Bhagwan also, like for example, if you see Gaunata, why Gaunata is standing like that? There are many reasons like that. They are teaching us Sharanagati, and like that there are many reasons. And one of the reasons also like that, he's raising his hands to say, I'm raising my hands, I cannot actually save you. Oh, I'm joking. He's just telling a joke. If Lord is angry, Guruji will save us. But if Guruji is angry, then Bhagwan cannot save us. How much ever you do the arati, how much ever you do the offering, whatever services you do, you have done offense into my representative, who is called as Guru. So this is a very, very big offense. And what will happen with this offense, do you know? Gradually and gradually,
रुचि नहीं रही।
then you will have no interest in the bhakti, devotion. How?
अब इसका मतलब ये नहीं कल गुरुजी के चरणों में अपराध हुआ, आज कुछ तो हुआ नहीं, I'm good.
It doesn't mean that it will be instant, that you did an offense yesterday and there is nothing happened today. Just like if you cut a branch of a tree,
वो शाखा नीचे गिरती है,
that branch falls
ऐसे ही
down.
नीचे गिरते ही एकदम से गिरने के साथ ही सूख जाएगी।
It's not that it falls down and dries up.
सबसे पहले
Gradually,
खराब,
first of all, its fruit gets spoiled,
फिर उसके जो पुष्प हैं,
and then its flowers get destroyed, and then gradually the leaves and gradually the branches. So it doesn't just get killed all of a sudden,
वो अपराध वाला बीज पड़ गया है,
because that seed of the offense has actually been laid, and now gradually it will sprout and grow.
ऐसे अपराध
Just like the punyas, they also sprout and gradually grow. Similarly, the aparadhas also. So that means if you have to be scared, don't be scared of the ghost, don't be scared of an object or a person. You should be only scared that we should not do any offense in the lotus feet of the Guru. Therefore, it is said in the Kirtan, very carefully do the worship of the Guru's feet.
इसलिए हम लोग सबसे पहले
Therefore, whom do we worship first of all?
कोई भी कार्यक्रम करते हैं सबसे
When we do a program, first of all, we glorify the Guru Vandana.
मंगलाचरण करते हैं
We do the Mangalacharan, first of all, we do Guru Vandana.
एक सदशिष्य
One good disciple, first of all,
प्रातः
in the morning, when it's morning,
तो अभी आँख पूरी खुलती भी नहीं,
before he even open his eyes,
उनके चरणों में नमन करता है।
first he does in his mind, he does glorification of his Guru. He starts the day with the manan of Guruji, and ends the day also by remembering his Guruji.
हर आयोजन में
In every occasion, in every celebration, in every situation, first of all, Guruji is worshipable. There is a verse.
पहले गुरुदेव की वंदना,
First of all, Guru Puja, and then Puja of the Bhagwan.
भोग भी लगा के
Offering also,
आशीर्वाद लेकर
first we take the blessings of Guruji,
होकर भोग लगा,
and we offer it as his Guruji's representative.
जीवन दिया।
That Guruji who gave us life, understand this thing.
माता पिता
Mother and father, they give us birth,
जन्म दाता है,
they give us the birth.
उन माता पिताओं को
That parents,
त्याग दें
if we leave them
या फिर उपेक्षा करें,
or
neglect
if we
करें,
neglect them,
तो हो सकता है
it is possible, quite possible, I might be still be able to survive, or my work might survive, but one thing is always there, we will not get peace.
सब समय
At all times, he will always be upset, he will be always burning, struggling. Why?
ने जन्म दिया,
Because the one who gave us the birth,
उसी को ही नहीं पूछा,
not even worshipping him,
तो एक कॉमन सेंस है।
this is common sense.
जो जन्म दाता है,
The one who gives us the birth.
उसी प्रकार
Similarly,
गुरुजी भी
Guruji also is also our giver of a birth.
के दाता है।
He is the giver of the birth of the
वह
bhakti.
हमको सड़क से उठाकर
He picked us up from the road
वैष्णव बना दिया,
and made us a Vaishnav.
मनुष्य भी नहीं,
Not
मनुष्य की ऊपर
just a human,
उपाधि को
even
उन्होंने बढ़ा
above
के
the
हमको
human,
भक्त बना दिया।
he gave us this high position of a devotee, a bhakta.
द्वारा दिए हुए मंत्र से आज
By-
मैं पूजा करता हूँ,
I worship today with the mantra he gave it to me. I do my chanting and I do the offerings. I get so much of association. Who is arranging it? That person who is the Krishna Bhakti's birth, Janam Data, father of the Krishna Bhakti seed.
उनका कितना आदर होना चाहिए,
So how much should he be respected?
समझ में नहीं पाए,
We cannot even understand.
समझ में नहीं पाए। जब हमारे गुरुदेव,
When our Gurudev, he was on this earth,
तब ये भक्त लोग जानते हैं,
many people know
कोई ब्रह्मचारी हो, ग्रस्त हो,
whether he was a brahmachari, grasta, whoever,
के लिए तैयार है गुरुजी के लिए।
they were ready to give their life for Guruji.
सब समय चिंता,
All the times they were worried, where my Guruji will be, where is he,
कथा कैसी,
how was his katha,
उनके आने की सब समय प्रतीक्षा,
and all the time waiting for
जब वो
him.
जाते
When he would go,
तो सारे नगरी को रुलाकर जाते,
the whole of all the city would cry. So that means Gurudev was a center point of the lives.
जीवन का सेंटर। लेकिन
but nobody was doing could never even think of offending Guruji. One is like, you shouldn't do it. This is just a formality. If somebody thinks like that, one shouldn't do. And the other side is that there's so much of love that without him, no job, no work can actually be fulfilled. There's so much of affection that we're always thinking about him. Whatever Gurudev said, and also his nature was so sweet. He was jolly as well. He would be angry as well. He would chastise as well. He's asking Prakash Prabhuji, he lived in your house so many days. Gurudev used to live in the house of Karuna Didi and Prakash Prabhuji. He would give us teachings. He would get chastisements also, just like a father. Therefore, all of the world was actually that they were used to hanker for Gurudev's service. I wish I can get a service to make one-time meals for him. Even if he can't meal, at least I would serve him in front of him. Even if I could just give him 1 cup of water, so like that, hankering for service for Gurudev. That was a time. Now that level of Guru Bhakti is not there. Now this is another kind of a world. Now the time has changed. That much of absorption, that much of excitement, that much of desires to serve Gurudev. But now everybody thinks, oh, if Gurudev's classes are going on, it will be on the Facebook. Therefore, if there is offense at the feet of the devotees, and on the top of that, in the feet of Gurudev's feet is very, very dangerous. So now Durvasa ji, same time, he cursed Indra immediately. And all the demons, they attacked the heaven, and they attacked the heaven and took it away. Similarly with us, we do any offense because inside us we have 2 tendencies. We have a demigod tendency and also the demonic tendency. We have got mode of goodness and as well as a mode of ignorance, and along with that our own mode of passion as well. So sometimes we work like we feel like doing like demigods, like we feel like serving everyone, give respect to everyone. This is the nature of the demigods. But sometimes we work as demons also. So we have both the tendencies, but which one will be activated, it depends on our activities. Where we do any offense in the lotus feet of the Guru, our tendencies will be more of a demons. They will actually take up, and but when we do that, then our mind or the heart will be contaminated, and we will get the desires to enjoy the material world. Then we will get the wealth, we will get all the benefits of the material world. But one thing we will be rejected of, which is the bhakti. Even the demons have got the wealth. Look at Ravan, what did he not have? Hiranyakashipu, what did he not have? He had everything. Ravan, did he have any dearth? We are always asking for money. In generally, I'm not saying about everyone, but in generally. But in the case of Ravan, his whole palace was made up of gold. Somebody may have 1 or 2 kgs of gold, he'll be like so rich. For Ravan, whose palace was made up of gold, his wife, his wife was very obedient and beautiful. What was the name of the wife of the Ravan? Mandodari. What does it mean? Udar means his waist, and Mand means like thin. So she was very beautiful with a very thin waist, and she was always very submissive to her husband Ravan. And therefore, when somebody is married, at the time of the sanskar of the wedding, they do this tying of the chadar of the husband is tied to the chadar of the wife. This is how they do. At that time of that tying ceremony, the chaste couples, they take the names of the chaste couples. The priest, he takes the names of these chaste couples, like this. And in that, even Ravan Mandodari's name also come in that couples. Why Ravan's name? After Mandodari, but she was fully submissive to her husband. So wife is beautiful and submissive and had gold everywhere. And he was so famous in all the 3 planetary systems. And how was his brother? He was under the guidance of, he always worked under the guidance of his brother, Kumbhakaran. And how was his son? And he was always under the control of his father. He had so much of wealth and all the happiness in the material world, but he had one less thing, which was that the bhakti, devotion. You will have everything, but will be no bhakti will be there if somebody do the offense. So similarly, in the case of Indra, when the demons attacked the heaven and Indra lost his throne. Now all the demigods came running to Lord. And, oh Lord, we have lost our throne. Please do something. What should we do? And the Lord said, I can only give you advice, but I will not take any sides, because demons also belong to me. I cannot be partial to anyone. Just like an advisory council, I can play that role. So my advice is that in your own strength, you win your throne back in your own strength. Go in the ocean, throw the Mandirachal mountain in the ocean, and then churn the ocean. At one side there will be your strength, and on the other side the strength of the demons. So go now and actually shake hands with the demons. So Bhagavan gave instructions exactly. First of all, throw the mountain in the water and give some bribe to the Vasuki snake, that there will be churning of the ocean, and in that we will also get the nectar, and we will also give you some nectar. So like that, you try to lure the Vasuki and get him to become the rope for the churning. So this is another teaching. Never do any greedy. Don't be greedy. So he gave this advice that you should churn the ocean, get the nectar, and then you become immortal, and then you cheat. Now you defeat the demons. So isn't it like a partiality? But it is, no, it's not a partiality, but it's advice. So like the demons now went on the advice of Krishna or the Lord to the demigod went to the demons and said, oh, we are brothers, why should we fight? We can join hands, and with the strength together we will churn the ocean, and then we will get the nectar, and then we will divide it among ourselves, and then we'll enjoy together. Why to fight? Because we are actually brothers, isn't it? Because they both are the sons of the same father. They're different mothers, but the father is same. Who is the father? Kashyap Muni. Who is mother? Diti and the Aditi. So from Kashyap and Diti, all the Kashyap and Diti, all the demons were born, and Kashyap and Aditi, all the demigods were born. And now the demons said, oh, what you're saying is actually sounds good, So we should do the same thing. We work together and we churn the ocean. How will we do it? We need Mandirachal mountain. So both of the demons and all the demons and all the demigods, they went, and they were not able to even carry the Mandirachal mountain. Forget about throwing it in the ocean. They were not able to lift the mountain. At that time, Bhagwan came as an avatar came to help them. Which Bhagwan was that? So today we will do the counting of the incarnations. One first is Ajit Bhagwan. So he came on key. So Ajit Bhagwan came to help. What does Ajit means? Who cannot be won. Nobody can defeat him. Ajit. So he just picked up the mountain and put it onto the back of Garuda. And Garudaji had felt like as if the mountain was like a seed of a mustard. That this was so heavy mountain, couldn't be lifted by the demigods and the demons together, but Garuda was able to hold it on his back like a seed of a mustard. So how powerful is Garuda? And then he threw that mountain in the middle of the ocean. And then they gave a bribe or this attraction to the Vasuki snake, that you should become a rope and we will give you the Amrit. So now Vasuki came and the demons were holding on to the tail, and the other side also the head. And then they said, "Oh, Devtas, you have demigods, you are very clever. You have taken the nice area. You have taken the side of the mouth to us, and you are giving us the tail side. You are very mean. You are so mean." And the demigod said, "Why are you getting upset? If that is the case, why we shouldn't fight for small things? If you are happy with the face of the tail, the head side of the snake, let it be. We'll hold the tail side." And now they started doing the churning. But now the mountain was thrown into the ocean, but you need a foundation to churn. There's no foundation, so they couldn't churn it. You need a foundation. I don't have time at the moment because I have to complete the story, the pastime. But this pastime of the churning of the ocean, actually it symbolizes about how our sadhan and our bhajan, each and everything, there is so much of analogy between Samudra Manthan means doing our own churning. In one side we have our demoniac mind and we have a demigod mind, and in between Mandirachal Parvat is to explain this analogy, it takes 3 to 4 hours, but we don't have time. But it's such a beautiful analogy, the story of Samudra Manthan. It's next time. Only half an hour is left now. So the churning, how to do? Because the mountain was sinking into the ocean. Without the Lord's mercy, nothing can be done, nothing can be fulfilled. Whether it is the demigod's strength or the asuric or the demoniac, for everything Lord's mercy is needed. Just like for a disciple, for everything Guruji is required. For demigods, the Guru is very important, and Lord is also very important. Don't just think that we are human beings, for us only Guruji is important. Don't just think that Guruji is only for us, but for demigods also. Just like demigods, Guru is whom? Now Indra is sitting on his throne and all the demigods are sitting, and very beautiful dancing and the music is going on in the assembly. Then the Brahaspati, he is the Guru of the demigods, arrived. Then when the Indra glanced at him with a crooked glance, and he saw, oh, Gurudev is coming, and then he turned his eye away, as if he didn't see him. Why? Because if he faced Guruji from eyes to eyes, then I'll have to stand. If I stand, then everybody will stand. Then when everybody will stand, then all this assembly will be disturbed. This dancing ceremony, this thing will be disturbed. Now Gurudev saw him from a distance, and he thought, oh, Indra, you are trying to be very clever and smart, but I am your Guru. I know how to scan you. I know how to scan your each and every emotion. From far, Brahaspati saw him. You don't want to stand up and honor, I won't come now. And Gurudev, Brahaspati turned around and left. Now Indra realized, oh my God, what I have done? I did the disrespect of my Gurudev. I dishonored my Gurudev. And now he is feeling guilty. And now this thing came to known by the demons, that today that Guru Brahaspati has been dishonored by Indra. That means they will be weak now. Demigod will be weak, and they attack them again. So this is how it always keeps on going there. And now coming back to the churning of the ocean. This is actually explained, is very important for a practicing of a practitioner of a devotee devotion. It is not just for the nectar, but even bigger than the nectar, devotion to obtain that is actually that analogy. Until the time there is in the practitioner, this churning will not happen. Till that time, he cannot do the bhakti. So this churning is very, very important, because we take birth with all these impressions from lifetimes, and it's very important for them to be churned. And when we do the churning, then what happens? And since when this churning starts? When we take the name and the diksha from the Guruji, not before that. How can you say that? I'll explain it to you how. How many people of you have gone to Vrindavan? Those who haven't gone, when you go, you should see in Vrindavan the shopkeepers. If you go into Vrindavan and see how these shopkeepers, they may carve these deities of Laddu Gopal. They are using their feet and holding the deities with their feet and then trying to carve them. And like that they sell about thousands of statues or the idols like that. And in the same shop he has got a small temple, and he is also worshipping Gopalji there. So that means, so will he touch the Gopalji whom he is worshipping also? No, but he has made them by touching his feet. If you take your Lord to him, oh brother, can you just fix his eyes of my Laddu Gopal? He will never touch them with his feet. But when he was creating them, he was touching them with his feet to hold on to them and carving. But now like that he is selling thousands of them. Why there is difference? Because all of these idols which are kept, their statues, they are not with the prana. And when somebody buys them, then this is how the installation ceremony takes place. And then that deity is worshipped in the temple. And what happens in the installation? There is a fire sacrifice, there are mantras, and then that deity gets the pran pratishtha. Similarly, when we are like these idols, statues, and we are getting kicked by whom? Every day we are getting kicked by Maya Devi. Sometimes this Maya will take us to the heaven, sometimes it takes us to the hell. Like in olden days, you know how the kings used to give these punishment. So they would tell his soldiers, take this person and take him to in the water and sink him in and like drown him, but they won't kill him. when he was just hankering for, like, fighting for a breath, they'll take him out and then again dip him in the water and then lift him up and then dip him down. Like that they used to give him the punishment. So similarly, Maya is also punishing us. How? Sometimes we get good days, sometimes we get good days, we have money also, everything, and then all of a sudden we have a downfall, bad days, and then we are suffering, and then she lifts us up, give us a breath of air, and then just immerse us in the sufferings again. This is called getting kicked by Maya. We are getting kicked by Maya. We are getting kicked by the Maya till the time we are these statues and idols. But when we get Pran Pratishtha, means what? When Guruji give us a mantra, this is like installation. What is the meaning of giving mantra? Gurudev gave us the Krishna mantra, and in our heart he installs us, the Krishna in our hearts. This is called the Diksha. Therefore, when the installation happens, Diksha has happened, then we are not in the custody of Maya Devi. So when we will be punished, we will be punished by Bhagavan. Maya cannot touch us then. Maya cannot punish us, because then punishment will be given to us by Lord, authority. But with the rest of the world, Maya is giving the punishment, because they haven't been installed. They are like those idols are kept in the shop. Similarly, in the churning of the ocean pastime, there are many these mysterious facts. But if I try to explain them, if we hear them, understand them properly, we'll have so much of enjoyment. Now this churning wasn't able to complete it because they don't have a foundation. So Bhagwan became a turtle himself to give a foundation to the mountain. What was the name of that? Kashyap. Bhagwan ki jai. Kurma avatar. He's asking, there's a place here called Kumara. So we have come, this is a place of Kurma. Very nice names in Brisbane. Runcorn is Rancho. Maharaji has named as Runcorn as Rancho. Queensland means Rani, Queen is only Radha ji. So this is a place of Radha ji. Brisbane is Braj. So now Bhagwan took the incarnation as the turtle to give foundation to the Mandarachal on his back, because the foundation is needed. So see, Bhagwan is helping at every step, but the demons and demigods are thinking we are doing it all on our own. They were not even able to hold the mountain. They were not even able to carry the mountain. And then they needed a foundation. That was a turtle incarnation. He was holding the Mandarachal on his back. And when the churning was going on, he wasn't even feeling any weight. He was enjoying it, like a scratching on his back. And then he said, oh, let's come on brothers, let us start the churning. And now Vasuki was breathing, and when he was breathing, there was a fire. And what happens when the snake is breathing out, exhaling? There is poison coming out. And all the demons who wanted to get onto the head of the snake, they were all became burnt with the flame of and became more black and dark. And the demigods were all safe at the tail end. And then the demons realized we took a wrong decision. I said, what can we do? We can't change now. So in the churning, what happened? What came out first? First, Surbhi cow came out. And now everybody is taking some of these things which are coming out. Rishi took the cow away. And with that milk, they thought with the milk, we will do the abhishek and we will make the ghee and then we will offer the fire sacrifices. So rishis took the cow. And after then came the poison, halahal. So when churning was going on, first of all, negativity comes out. So one devotee took the diksha, and after diksha, and he called me and he said, since I have taken the diksha, there is all these things happening in my life. I was thinking when I'll take diksha, everything will be clear and quiet and calm. But there's so much of things happening, like turbulence is happening. Oh Gurudev, there is no solution. Why is it happening, all the turbulence in my life? And then I thought if I explain him from the scriptures, he won't understand. So I'll have to make him understand by examples. Have you heard that example? So you bought a house. You bought a house. Which house did you buy which was closed for last 20 years? And you have to move into this house. When you opened the house and went inside, there was dust everywhere. There was dust, but that dust wasn't bothering you. It happens when there's dust everywhere, but that dust wasn't bothering you till you starting the brooming. So if you have to live in that house, you have to do the dusting. And you started doing the dusting and the brooming. And when you started doing the brooming, what happened? The dust will go in your ears, will eyes, and you'll be coughing, sneezing. Till the time the dust is settled, it was not upsetting us. But when we start the cleaning, then it will upset us for some time. And when the house is clean, you can live in that nicely, peacefully. This is the process. When we start taking the naam, when we take diksha, it doesn't happen with everyone, but one who takes the diksha and the cleansing process starts. All the bad impressions, the sanskars from our previous lifetimes are settled like this dust. That is not troubling us. But the moment we start chanting and we start taking the Harinam, the cleaning is started. And you understand? As soon as the cleaning started, oh Guruji, this has happened, that happened. Let it happen, don't worry. Let the cleaning happen once. And after that, everything will be calm and you can relax. People actually take medicines for cleansing. They go for detox treatment. They put that oil and whatnot, the concoctions they give you to drink to take the toxins out. Some people feel all these side effects like dizziness, diarrhea. But the doctor has said, oh, this will happen. We know that. This will happen for 7 to 10 days. Just tolerate it. So if you go to any Ayurveda center and you tell them we want this detox or body cleansing, he will give you all the instructions to take the toxins out. Don't worry, he gives you the warning. You will feel weak, but you stay strong. When the treatment is completed, then how do you feel? You feel better. You feel like a new person. The toxins have come out. It is better for the toxins to stay inside or come out, because that poison has been filled inside. Therefore, when the churning is going on of the devotion, so first of all, the poison comes out, the negativities come out, and at that time, after that, there is peaceful and relaxed and stay tolerant. A little time will be used, and after that, you will get peace.
बहुत शांति, बहुत अच्छा लगता है। और एक ना एक दिन तो वो घर में तो शिफ्ट होना ही।
And when one day we have to move into that house, later or sooner, if not this life, maybe next life. So why to waste? Might as well do it now.
जो विष निकला,
when this poison came out, somebody will have to accept it. And the demon said, oh no, we can't take it. Demigod said, we can't take this poison. And then if not us, then whom? There is only one person. Oh, we don't know. Oh, Ajit Lord, please tell us who can do it. He said, oh, I can tell everything. And then you say, we know everything, and you are asking me for everything. Okay, don't worry. Because Bhagwan is very affectionate for his devotees, and he said, go and ask Mahadev, go and worship Mahadev. He can drink the poison. And why did the Lord send to Shivji? Could Lord not could nullify the effect of the poison? He could. But he was thinking, but there are so many like me. There are so my favorite devotee. Like Shiva also has got a lot of names. Just like I have got lots of names, Shivji also has got a lot of names. Shivji is always chanting on the Rudrakshas. Shivji lives in the Grast ashram with such a beautiful Parvati, his wife, and he tells the Bhagavat Katha to his wife and listens back from her. And all the pastimes, whether they are Ramji's pastimes, he came to serve as Hanumanji. It was Hanumanji, which is actually Shivji only. And similarly in Krishna's pastime, he became as Shivji became as, and he's serving, and like that there's so many examples of Shivji. And now again, this is such a big topic, I can't explain that in quickly, it needs 2-3 hours. And now all these demigods came and worshipped Shivji, and Shivji was very happy. Oh, Lord has given me this order, the instruction, I will happily take this poison. And Shiv came and he drank this halahal poison. And when he drank it, and he was thinking, oh, I shouldn't actually swallow this whole of the poison, I will hold it in my throat. Why? Because if this goes down, in my heart, my Lord lives in my heart. The effect of this poison, I don't want it to be affect my Lord. It is okay for me, his servant, to hold it. So the real servant takes all the problems on his own head, doesn't want to pass them on to his master. So now he held the poison in his throat. So he had so many names earlier, like Shivji, Bholenath, Shankar. Shivji has so many names, and now he held the poison in his throat. What was his name? Neelkant. Shivji wasn't affected by the poison. Why he wasn't affected by the poison? Shivji is thinking, I'm always drinking the nectar. What can this ordinary poison do anything to me? What kind of the nectar Shivji is always drinking? He is always drinking the Naam Ras, nectaric name of the nectar name. He is always enjoying the Katha Ras, the nectarian pastimes. So he wasn't affected by the poison. The second reason was why Shivji was saying, I have actually drank even more stronger poison before that. Whenever Bhagwan does pastimes and then he goes back to his dham, I suffer from the separation. That separation of the Lord is even more bitter than the poison. That poison tortures me more than what about this material worldly poison can do to me. So therefore he drank the poison happily. So like that there are many reasons. although my mind is getting like topsy-turvy, I want to say a lot of things, but the time is also going very quickly. So like that, Shivji drank the poison, and now all the demigods, they started glorifying Shivji, and now the churning happened. In the churning, a horse, Uchashara horse came, beautiful horse. Indra felt like, oh, I wish I get this horse. He was feeling greedy for it. But from the demon side, Bali immediately took the horse away and he said, this is mine. And the demigods just started like, oh, missing it. And they were like, oh, we missed out on this horse. It was taken by the Bali. And then they started churning again. Then an elephant came, and Indra quickly got hold of the elephant and said, "This is mine." And the Lord was smiling. Look, see, if you had taken the horse, you would have. I told you, don't be greedy. So now you got elephant. See, by waiting. So then they started churning again, and everything was getting taken by the demigods, and now came out of the ocean Kaustubh money. The Lord said, look, you have taken your things and you have also taken your things, demigods. Now this Kaustubh money is like a gem. Can I take this now? And everybody said, why not? Why not? You are helping us so much, you can take the gem. So what's the big deal? Kaustubh money always stay in the heart or the chest of Krishna. Although it stays with Krishna all the time, but here in the past time, it is visible as if is coming out of the churning of the ocean, and in front of everyone he is taking it with humility, is accepting it with humility, but actually it is always an eternal associate of Lord. Now the churning happened. In that churning, another of the avatar of Lord came out, holding the pot of Amrit in his hands. It was no one else. It was the incarnation of the Lord Dhanvantari. And holding this pot of our nectar, and everybody's gaze was on the nectar. Oh, Amrit has come, the nectar has come. And when Lord came out with the Amrit and the demoniac nature, they attacked on it to snatch it. This is demoniac mentality, to snatch it. And the demons ran away, and the demigods were just kept on watching. Oh, we were going to get it, and now he is taken away, and now they were fighting. We will first, we will take first, we will take first. It's not an ordinary thing, it's the nectar. And the demigods were looking at God, what should we do now? Lord said, and he taunted, oh, you are very useless. You can't do anything. And the Lord then took another avatar. Such beautiful form. First of all, Lord, and on the top of that, a female form. And third name also Mohini. First of all, attracting everyone with her beauty, and then making this nice like noise of the ankle bells. She came in between the demigods and the demons, and all the demons were looking at the nectar and looking at Mohini also. And Mohini said, you are fighting for this pot of nectar, but why will you come to me? I rather go to the demigods. Oh, no, Mohini, don't go. You're just so beautiful. Feels like we should be keeping you watching all the time. But we want to drink nectar also. What to do? And then somebody said, oh, why shouldn't we give this pot of nectar to Mohini? She can give us the Amrit. Then this is it. This is correct. We should do that. Both of the things will happen together. Because otherwise because if we fight for the nectar, then Mohini will feel insulted. And if we if we run after Mohini, the Amrit will feel neglected. So why not have it together? So they gave the pot to Amrit. So come and give it to us, feed us. So Krishna, Lord wanted, Lord never forcibly take things from anyone. So he was waiting for them to deliberately give it to him. Krishna will never tell us, oh, you should chant my name every day. Oh, you should do my bhakti. So he never bullies anyone. Oh, you should love me. Can you love anyone by force? Does it ever happen? This is a matter of love. It happens automatically, spontaneously. You cannot force anyone to love you. Till the time a practitioner, till the time we give our rights in the hands of Krishna or Bhagavan, he will never interfere with our rights. Why will he not do? Because Lord is independent. And we are the living entities, the jivas. We also have independence. Bhagavan never interferes in anyone's rights. He never even interferes in the rights of Maya. He never tells Maya, okay, Maya, you go away. Because he cannot interfere the job of Maya also. Because Maya is doing a job and Maya is also independent. And the living entities, jivas, are also independent. It is said in Bhagavad Gita also. Krishna is saying, my Maya is very difficult. I know that. But he won't instruct Maya to get away. Because he will never interfere in the Maya's independence. Similarly, Bhagavan will never interfere in the independence of the jiva also. He will never forcefully tell the jiva to love him. The love is spontaneous. You cannot do the business in the love. Therefore, he waits that when a devotee will come and give his rights in my hands. And therefore, Ramji says, if one time somebody says, oh Prabhu, I am yours from today, and then it is my firm promise that if you say once I am yours from your heart, I am yours, but maybe I want to be yours. I take this firm vow that I will never leave you. I will never leave you. I will never leave your side. If Bhagavan wanted, he could have snatched the pot of nectar. But he didn't interfere in the rights of the demons or the demigods. He gave them independence. And we have been given this independence which we misuse. If we don't misuse our right of independence, the living entity, the Jeev, is the servant of Krishna. If we believe this, that we are actually Krishna's servant, then no distance left between us and Lord. There is a bhajan. Bhaktivinoda Thakur ji is saying, oh Prabhu, the day I gave myself to you, offer it to you, in your lotus feet, all the miseries went away. And everywhere there is only bliss, happiness. So what a situation is that? In our dream in the night, in the dream world, a place, a situation where there is no miseries. There is not even tension that I will be old. No tension that I will be dead. No stress that I lose something. Everywhere was like only Anand, only happiness and bliss and bliss. When will this happen? When we will surrender to Lord. We will have to take some pain, then we will get the gains. Where is that happiness? Like our Damayanti Didi, in her locker, she has got lots of ornaments. She has got a diamonds necklace and the gems necklace, diamond bracelets. Maharaj is saying, I'm just giving an example. I'm not picking on anyone, but just giving an example. Just so there is like Mataji who has got so much of wealth in her treasure, but she has to go for a wedding. She has to go on the wedding of her son. But what happened? The key of the locker, the cupboard, is she lost. But she doesn't remember where she lost the keys. And now she's all decorated. She had to go to the wedding, but she can't find the locker. And it's such a big locker or this safe that she can't even break it. She doesn't remember the password. Nothing can be done. Can she go to the wedding without ornaments? Can we forget about the wedding? Can we go without the ornaments to the Katha also? But what to do? Has to go. Then what did she do? She called. Whom? Another Sethani, like another rich lady, Karuna Didi. She called Karuna and said, see, I have to go to the wedding. Can you lend me some necklaces and ornaments? I'll return you tomorrow. She said, all right, doesn't matter. She has a big heart, and she said, okay, you can take whatever you want. I've got a lot of ornaments. Just one example. There's some humor so that you can wake up. Stories like this can be understood easily, so they have to be added. So this was an example to explain. So in our wealth, we have so much wealth in our safe, but we're still asking and going on to the wedding because we have lost the key. What does it mean? That means we have got a treasure full of happiness in our own self, but we've lost the key, and we are asking to someone else for that happiness. We want to ask somebody else, can you please give me some happiness? Can you give me some happiness? So we are dependent on others for our happiness, where the whole anand or the happiness is filled in ourselves. We don't have the key. We don't have the password or the passcode to enter. What is that password? To open that? Shall I tell that simple password?
Open Wi-Fi.
We have an open Wi-Fi here. No need to even put the password. Then immediately your safe will be open. As soon as the connection is joined, there is happiness, bliss everywhere. Therefore, Lord never interferes in anyone's independence. Now Mohini, with her own hands, she is holding the pot of this nectar, and she was thinking, how can I give it all to the demigods and not give it to the demons? Mohini is very pretty, and with her very and the way of, and she just made all these, everyone spellbound with her beauty. And she said to the demons, oh demons, who who are these beautiful people among you?
हमारे भाई हैं।
And Mohini, and they said, demon said, these are our demigods.
ऐसी वस्तु नहीं, हम और तुम पिएंगे, ये भाइयों को बीच में क्यों बिठाया?
And then Mohini said, oh, we will drink it, just you and us. Why do you have these demigods sitting in between us?
समझ गए भाई?
Oh, then the demon said, oh, yes, we understand. And then they said, we are having the conversation going on with me, us and Mohini. Oh, brother demigods, you just stay away from us. And all the demigods were standing separate. This is what exactly Mohini wanted, that all the demigods get separated from the demons. And now the demons said, oh Mohini, now please give us the nectar, we want to drink it. But then she said, I can give you the nectar, but I have heard this in the society, that if you are eating and the other hungry person is watching you with hungry eyes, then it is not very auspicious. So if you are eating puri, halwa and kheer, and a hungry person who hasn't eaten anything since morning, and he is looking at your plate full of food, and he's feeling very greedy, and so that food will actually not give you any nourishment. So therefore Mohini said, your brothers, these demigods, they are watching us enjoying this nectar, so you won't actually get the nourishment. And then the demon said, oh, what you are saying is right, so what should we do? And then Mohini said, if you listen to me, maybe what can I do? So on the top of this Amrit, there's like little foam. I'll just give the foam to these people so that I'll get them out and they will be happy with that, and I'll give you the condensed nectar to all of you later. She said, all right, do that. And then Mohini went, and all the demigods were sitting, and she started giving them the nectar. Bhagwan is very smart and clever. And Krishna is like, if you do the smartness with this, I am very smart. So if you can't take the ghee out with a straight finger, you have to curve your finger. So now Bhagwan says, oh, you have collected a lot of money, but you are not doing in my service, then I will take it out with a bent finger. So everything, your body, your wealth, everything is been given by Bhagwan. If we won't serve him, then whom will we serve? If you don't serve the Lord, whom will be you serving? In India, not about Australia, I don't know. If somebody has a lot of wealth but never used it in the service, we're miser. That wealth comes out in two kind of coats, like a black and the white. Like black means a lawyer, and the doctors wear white. So all the money will either be spent on the white coat people or the black coat people. And this is how it's destroyed. Either you will get a disease or you will get a case. And that money is destroyed. So what is the best thing? We should give Lord the wealth donation. We should charity. So I remember another story from miser. To see the time also. At one time there was a miser person, very big billionaire person. He came to the temple. Which temple? And came to Sanatan Dharam, Queensland. And he saw all my friends are offering something to the Bhagavat. No, he's a miserly person. He had just one coin in his pocket. He was thinking whether I should give or not. He takes the coin out and put it back. Takes the coin out, put it back. And then he thinks, everyone is watching me, maybe I should give. And then he put the hand in his pocket, and this hand started sweating. And he was saying, look, it seems it's like my coin is crying, just like the coin doesn't want to leave me. And there's a priest standing there next to him. He said, Bhagwan has given you so much, why are you hesitating? At least put one coin. And he said, oh, I don't have the change today. Tomorrow I'll bring the change and I'll definitely bring. And then the priest said, who has seen the tomorrow? He said, definitely I will come tomorrow and give it. And the priest insisted, today is such a good day, you should definitely give today. And he said, no, tomorrow I will. And the priest kept walking behind him. And he said, I'll take money from your home today. And he followed him to his home. And this Sethji went to his room. And then this Brahmin or the priest sat in the living room. And then he called his son, the businessman, the priest, the businessman. He said, oh, my son, look, that Brahmin, is he following me still? He said, yeah, he's sitting in the living room on the sofa. And he said, tell him the lie that I am not at home. The son said, how can I tell lie? He said, okay, doesn't matter, you can tell the lie to him, to the priest. He said, can't you just give him a coin? He said, oh, I have earned that with so much of difficulty, with blood and sweat. How can I give? Just do what I am telling you to do. And the son went, oh, Brahmin, my father is saying he is not at home. And he said, you are a very truthful son. Oh, he said, I mean to say my father is not at home. He said, doesn't matter if he is not at home. I will sit here, go and get me some tea or coffee or sandwich. And then the son came back and said, oh, father, he is waiting, he is not going. And just tell him, my father has left for an urgent meeting and he will come later in the night. He will meet you in the temple tomorrow. And the same thing, the son conveyed it to the priest. Oh, Brahmin, please, you go away. Go, and my son, my father will come late in the night and he will meet you tomorrow. He said, doesn't matter if your father will come late in the night. I will have lunch and dinner today. Don't worry. He said, but definitely I'll take the charity today. And then he said, oh, he's such a badmash. And then he said, just tell him my father has died on the way to the meeting. On the spot he died. And he's dead, you can go. He said, how can I say that? He said, just tell him what I'm telling you. I will not give him the coin. And the son told him, oh, Brahmin, there's a bad news. He said, what happened? My father, he was driving very fast and he died on the spot. Oh, very bad. Doesn't matter, let the body come, I will wait. I will see him and meet him and then go. And he said, oh, father, he is waiting for the body. He said, doesn't matter, you just put me on the cremation ground. He said, how can I do that? Just do what I am telling you to do. Call 4 or 5 people and they carry me to the cremation ground. So son had to follow what his father was ordering, and so he called 4 or 5 people and put him on to this thing and like a funeral service, and then they were carrying him on his shoulders and they were going. And then their father lifted the bed sheet and asked, is the Brahmin still there or is he gone? And son said, oh, father, he's going in front of the funeral and he's holding the pot and he's saying, I will do the sanskar. And he reached to the cremation ground. So what can we do? He said, okay, doesn't matter. He insisted, just give a coin. Why are you taking it such long time? He said, no, I will not give the coin. I have never seen such a coin. He reached on the cremation ground and made him lie down on the wood. He said, what should I do now? And said, shall I put fire now? He said, no, don't. I'll have to put the fire on you now, isn't it? Otherwise, what's the point of coming here? He said, okay, doesn't matter. Call that priest here. For 1 coin, he got me all the way to the cremation ground. And then he said, oh, Brahmin, my father has awake now. Oh, he's awake. Oh, I'll come immediately. And Brahmin came. Oh, Seth, you are awake? And he said, you have got me here till 1 coin. Couldn't you wait for me for tomorrow? Take this 1 coin and leave me alone. And he said, oh, I'm so happy. I have taken a coin out of you today, one. I'm so happy. In the meantime, the Lord came down. Lord came down. And Sidji was folded hands. Oh, what? It is so rare to get your darshans. What did I do that I got your darshan today? Bhagwan said, oh Seth, I made this world. I made all these greed, anger, and anger. What kind of the attachment for the money you have shown? You are the idol of this moha, attachment, or the miserliness. Nobody has shown this much of miserliness. I am so impressed and so happy with your miserliness. So you can ask me for any boon. Oh, you have come to give me benediction? I said, yes. Really? Will you really give me benediction? He said, yes, definitely. You can ask me anything. He said, get me my 1 rupee coin back. So miser. Anyhow, so in bhakti one should not do the miserliness. You will think, oh, our age has passed, what bhakti will we do? He said, no, doesn't matter. Whenever you wake up, it's a morning. Nothing has been lost. Take the name of Bhagwan, do the bhakti. Don't be miser in that. Now Mohini was feeding the Amrit to all the demigods, and the demons were waiting. And one demon went into the demigods, and Mohini was giving it to everyone, and then that demon drank the nectar as well. And then the sun and the moon who were sitting next to him, and then they shouted, oh Mohini, this is the demon. And Mohini is Bhagwan, and took the Sudarshan Chakra and cut the throat. And that demon became Rahu and Ketu. And he had drank the Amrit till the throat, and therefore they are still here. They are still immortal. And they always trouble the sun and the moon. So we get the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse. But this is the story of Satyuga. These eclipses have been discovered now, but these eclipses have been going on from forever. So whenever Rahu and this Ketu comes, they trouble these planets like sun and the moon. Now the demons realize that we have been cheated. The demigods have drank the nectar, and all the demigods were ready to fight with demons with their own power. Now the asuras, the demons were, and they were powerless, and now the demons had drank the nectar, and with the mercy of Lord they were really powerful, and now with their own strength they got their kingdom back. So what's the big deal? There is a philosophy here. If you go to the airport, your wallet fell down. There were $500 in the wallet, some cards and license. When you reach Sydney, you realize, where is my wallet? Where did it fall down? And you may be upset for so many days. And you would be thinking, forget about the money, but it had my license, it had cards. And then after 5 days, you came back from Sydney to Brisbane in the flight. And then somebody recognized you, and he said, have you lost anything? He said, yeah, on the way to Sydney, my wallet fell down. He said, yes, I saw your wallet fell down. I saw you running. I called you. And he showed the wallet to him. Oh, so thankful. And when he opened it, there were $500 cards, a license, everything was there, and he felt so peaceful. He would have been so happy. So tell me, what is the reason for being happy here? My own object, which was lost, the same thing, I got it back. It's not that if instead of 500 now there were 50,000 there, I would be happy if it is increased. But the same thing which I lost, I got it back, not more. So what's the big deal about being happy about it? But yes, there was the temporary unhappiness that recovered, that's all. The demigods, they got their own kingdom back, which was snatched from them. By drinking the nectar, they got it back. So what's the big deal about it? So this philosophy, the 99% philosophy which is prevailing in the world, focus on this thing, how I dispel my sorrows. If people go to the motivational speakers for therapy, counseling, they spend a lot of money, but all they teach is just this, nothing more. It's really fun when if somebody had kept $1,000 more in that lost wallet, then it was a gain. Otherwise, you just found the lost thing back. What's the big deal about it? But in the philosophy of our Gaudiya Vaishnava, what does the philosophy tell? They said there are miseries. You can get rid of the miseries. But just getting rid of the miseries is not just the happiness. It was my sorrow. Okay, so just think, for 5 days I was sick. I had fever, cold, flu, everything. I took some medicines and for 5 days I couldn't sleep, and after 5 days I recovered. I was relieved. So what's the big deal? You were the same person. You are the same person before getting sick. You just unhappy, sick for 5 days, and now you recovered. So, but you're still the same person. But there's another level of this happiness. What is that? In this body of the human being, to get the bhakti is adding on. What is adding on?
Besides getting out of the miserable conditions of this world, the sadness, the depressions and the troubles, usko chhodkar,
leaving that aside, I got the ray of happiness. What is that? By listening to the Katha, I have this desire that I will do bhakti as well. That happiness is not ever saturated. I bought a house. I bought a penthouse with the ocean view, river view, boats. I can see the flights landing, such a beautiful. For 1 month I lived there, 2 months, 3 months. What a beautiful view. How many days can you enjoy that? 6 months after, you will just think it's normal. You reach the saturation of your enjoyment and then it fades away. How much ever the ocean view was nice and beautiful, those who live in the ocean, ask them. In Jagannath Puri we have an ashram. People catch the flights to see the ocean. I lived in Jagannath Puri for 6 months. I lived there for 1 year. It is so nice. Open the window and you can watch the ocean, sunset. Gradually and gradually there was no attraction for it. After 1 year, that ocean view was no charm because saturation point was reached. It wasn't charming after a year. But in bhakti, there is no saturation. If you ask Hanumanji, oh Hanumanji, how many years you have been chanting Ram and you are dancing with happiness, you must be saturated now, you should stop now.
He wants to do more and more and more. There is no saturation in the spiritual world. It grows and grows and grows. But
in this world, every enjoyment comes with a saturation. Then the view also is not enjoyable. then you want to watch some other view, and then you would think, oh, maybe I should buy a Switzerland house so that I can see the mountains instead now of the ocean. So now this churning of the ocean, the nectar which is being obtained by the demigod is not actually a big thing. They just got their throne back, that's all. Will they get devotion? Demigods did not get devotion. Bhagwan was there. They could have asked for devotion. They could have asked for prem. They just asked for Amrit, that we get immortal. But did they get peace after getting Amrit? Demigods have drank the Amrit nectar in the heaven. But when Shukdev Goswami sat down to speak the pastimes of the Srimad Bhagavatam, the demigods all came there holding the pot of the nectar. So to get that Amrit, Bhagwan had to become 4 incarnations to get that Amrit from the ocean. He had to take 4 avatars, and so much of big things had to be done just to get that nectar. And when Shukdev Goswami was telling the Katha to Parikshit Maharaj, all the demigods came down on the earth holding on to the pot of Amrit, and they said, oh Shukdev ji, this Parikshit is going to die in 7 days because of the snake's bite. Please give this nectar to Parikshit ji so that he won't die. Instead, give the Katha to us. We want to listen. And he said, why do you need to listen to the Katha? You have drank the nectar. He said, oh, even then we have some fights sometimes. But if somebody drinks the nectar of the Katha, actually he will become immortal. So you, because of not drinking, by drinking the nectar of the Amrit of the heaven, they were still not satisfied. So that is why this Katha is nectar. It's not an ordinary thing. But in front of this Katha, the Devtas themselves gave this evidence. Those people who drank the nectar also with their activities, they proved that this heavenly nectar is useless in compared to the nectar of the Bhagavad Katha. The Shukdev Goswami, he ignored and these demigods and mocked at them. And he taught them. Everybody has an equal right on the Katha. Anybody can hear. Demigods, what about ghosts, anyone, demons. But instead somebody comes and say, I'll give you $1 million and you can give me the Katha for 1 more hour. This is like a business or the bargaining or purchasing of the Katha, trading. So the Devtas or the demigods had come to do the trading. If they wanted to listen to the Katha, nobody was refusing them. They could have come and sat there, but they came with the mood of trading. So Shukdev Goswami, he refused. He rejected the Amrit because that Amrit is got a saturation, but the Katha of Bhagavat doesn't have any saturation point. So this nectar anybody can drink as much as they want. There is no saturation. None of the devotees, none of the servants of the Lord is ever saturated.
And want to drink more and more and more and more and more forever, forever, forever. That's the nature of Bhagavat.
Therefore, Shukdev Goswami is saying, keep drinking the nectar of Bhagavat. Drink it every day. 5 more minutes. So we have heard about the Mohini. And now Shivji is praying to Bhagwan, wait a minute. I have seen all of your incarnations. We saw Ram Leela, Krishna Leela. I just heard that just now you took this form of Mohini. Can I see that? Shivji said, I'm so excited to see your Mohini avatar. And Mohini Bhagwan said, oh Mahadevji, Shivji, you should do bhajan. Continue your bhajan. Keep your chanting on. It's better you don't look at Mohini. Why? Mohini said, I can't tell you why. You should just stay like a devotee, like a chant, and like live like a Baba. That's important. You shouldn't look at me. And Shivji said, oh, I understand. You are thinking that I'll be illusion when I see you as a Mohini? And Mohini said, I will not. You will not be, but you will be. Shivji said, look, I have such a beautiful wife, Parvati, next to me. She is the universe, Miss Universe, more beautiful than her. And this is my trident. You show me your form, I won't even move a step next towards you. Such a beautiful wife I have, why will I be attracted towards Mohini? And Mohini Bhagwan said, don't do that, it's not needed, forget it. And he said, no, please do it. And then Mohini said, okay, I will, whatever you desire. And then at a distance, he showed and she took Mohini appeared with holding a ball, and she was playing with that. And then Shivji looked at her, and he was so attracted. And then he forgot where his trident, where was his damaru, and then he ran after Mohini. And Mohini was running, and Shivji was running behind her, and he was following her like crazy. When Shivji was tired, then he started repenting. Oh, what did I do? I got defeated by a woman. What will he think? Those people who do meditation on me, what will they think, that I got attracted towards Mohini? But then he felt satisfied, because Mohini was not an ordinary woman. She is my Isht, my worshipable Lord, and I am his servant. And if a servant get defeated by his master, what more glorious can it be? And that time, by looking at the beauty of Mohini, that is why Bhagavad Ji is actually called Mohini Swarup. Means what? Because, so like some people say, I want a beautiful wife, okay, listen to Bhagavat. I want a son, listen to Bhagavat. Okay, my business is suffering, okay, I listen to Bhagavat 7 days. So like that, Mohini can fulfill the desires of everyone. And fulfilling all these desires, but then what does she do? She hides one most important thing, that is devotion, bhakti. This is Mohini. So don't get caught in the net of Mohini, like you will be deprived like the demons. If you see, in a way, even the demigods were deprived. Because they didn't get the bhakti. So there's another next pastime also, the same thing comes, but it takes time. I'm very thankful to you, all of you. Bhagavat Katha is even more better than the Amrit if we give it a priority. Otherwise it will look like a lecture. You should understand the serious gravity of the Bhagavatam, what thing it is. Therefore, continuously you should listen to Bhagavat. Tomorrow we will hear the pastime of Krishna's birth pastimes. Krishna's birth pastimes are not very straightforward like Ramji's birth pastimes. Krishna's birth pastimes are very convoluted. His Roop, his Leela, everything tomorrow we will hear. So tomorrow you please invite your friends, your relatives tomorrow's Katha. Why? Why should you invite? Tomorrow we will listen to the Krishna Katha. There is another big benefit. Everybody, tomorrow there is a commission. So how many people you get, you will get that much commission. You will get 50% benefit, you will get. just by bringing them. So call your friends, email them, bring them. Whatever you do, bring them, and you will get 50% benefit of them coming. Jai. Thank you. Okay.